All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the WeBookit podcast. Let's start the show.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another episode of the WeBookit podcast. This is your Smackdown, Lowdown, Hoedown, Throwdown, Modown, Toedown, No Down, Modown, Low Now, Whoa Now, flip it around, bring it down, smack it around, put it down, all of that. All right. I am your host and standing in place for the good homie Fritos while he is out on leave still. I'm your host, Mike Jones.
Whoa. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my singles and tag team competitors. You're a freaky one. Your two-time Booker of the Year has come back. I know all of you may be wondering, Fritos, where have you been? Fritos, you're a part-timer, but don't you worry. I'll tell you a little bit of things. So just like Jey Uso, I'm going to run it back. Your boy got the ring. He got married. Then I found out I have to sell my house. So, Fritos, why are you selling your house? I'll tell you why. Your boy here is going to be a daddy.
Yay!
So I'm moving on to bigger and better things.
Woo!
It sucks. I got rid of the awesome game room. I don't have Rhea behind me anymore, steering me down. I mean, it's a little bit hurts, but it's all right because I've got a beautiful child on the way soon.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, Fritos, to the WeBookit podcast. Welcome. Hey, listen, man. We are not worthy. It is your show, Fritos, Booker of the Year, first two-time. I am also now a two-time Booker of the Year. Lots changed in the time that you've been gone, Fritos. I am now a two-time Booker of the Year. Also, Coachman is a two-time Booker of the Year. Meanwhile, C is still just a measly one-time Booker of the Year because he's not good enough to win it twice. But, you know. Hey.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it that way.
Skip you, C. You know how we feel about you.
You didn't forget what? Elimination Chamber. We'll never forget that.
Survivor Series, bud. Survivor Series.
And whatever. Close enough. I'm thinking Elimination Chamber ahead, but you know.
And I'll never forget. It's never going to be over between me and you, see, ever. Oh, man. It's so good to have you back, bro. Yeah, man. So, I listen, Fritos, if you don't mind, while you still get your bearings about you, if I run pilot, and then, like I said, and then next week, I shall hand it back over to you.
Sounds good. I need to get this ring rust off of me so you take the lead and make sure I look all pretty.
Oh, my gosh. You look gorgeous. Never looked better. All right. So, anyways, it is now time for your Friday night Smackdown, Lowdown, Hoedown, Modown, Toedown, Wodown, Lowdown, Whoa Now. And Fritos is back with me, and we have to talk about probably one of the most disgraceful Friday night Smackdowns we have ever seen. But I think there's a reason for it. So I'm excited to talk with you, Fritos, about this because I believe there's a reason for the ending of SmackDown and why it happened the way it did. But before we get to all of that, let us open up the show. The show opened with a video recapping the events of Survivor Series before we got the usual shots of people walking backstage. Nick Aldis was then shown telling Drew McIntyre he was still suspended and ordered him to leave. But as Drew gets back into his vehicle, they do a side shot, and all you see is Cody Rhodes come into focus in the car. He is right there. Drew doesn't know he's in there, and he begins to pull, gnaw, scratch, claw at Drew, and he's trying to do whatever he can to hurt Drew McIntyre. And he takes off on him, and then Drew McIntyre, finally the cops get, or not the cops, but the security gets Cody off of Drew. Drew drives off. So Cody marches his way to the ring looking angry. He grabbed a mic and demanded Nick Aldis reinstate Drew McIntyre so he could get revenge for McIntyre invading his tour bus. Cody Rhodes in this promo said Drew McIntyre did the unthinkable. He went inside of his tour bus, his home away from home, where his wife lays her head, where his kids play, all these different things. Also, where he cuts a one heck of an amazing podcast majority of the time out of his promo bus. But again, like I said, this was the Nightmare, American Nightmare, shooting one of his great promos where he's going off. We could barely breathe and his voice is kind of shaky. but you feel every bit of the emotion because you are pissed off for Cody and you want to see him and Drew McIntyre get it back on. What are your thoughts on this first segment, Fritos?
I love it. Drew is bringing out the best of Cody right now. I mean, from his first run, we always said that there's not really a competitor that brought this out other than maybe Roman. But Drew knows the business so damn well, and he's perfect. The only thing I have an issue with is he's supposed to be in the new Highlander film. So what's his filming schedule? Is he going to be another 2 weeks gone? Because he was only gone for what, roughly a week, 2 weeks or something before joining the team for the Vision for Survivor Series. So I don't know what's going to happen because it plays like a major role in the film. Actually, for one of the brothers, I can't think of the movie. It's been forever since I've seen the original Highlander. But everything else,
I remember Highlander, the TV show, used to come on UPN. Man, that's how old I am. Goodness gracious.
Don't age yourself like that. Come on. People don't need to know.
Used to come on after the nanny went off on UPN back in the day. My goodness.
But, yeah, I love everything about this. I just hope finally they pull the trigger on Drew. He deserves another proper run with a major title. Yeah, that's the one thing I want and wish. The only thing is, who on the face side of SmackDown then would he face? Who's going to be the next one up? Because I don't know who would be the next competitor if Drew does take that title off of Cody.
Right. So here's the thing. I can tell you right now, Drew ain't taking the title off Cody. And the main reason because of that is because they are setting up Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre will once again not be in the main event scene for WrestleMania. This will be a second consecutive year not being in that scene.
Right? Just give me a triple threat. Give me a triple threat because Drew still has beef with the bloodline.
Yeah,
that's never been resolved. So he's taken out two birds with one stone. Actually, he's got more issues with Samoans in the business than anything else. So this also would play a major role in it. So I say just make it a triple threat at this point.
I would not hate a triple threat, but I think people get upset with the triple threat stuff when it's for the title just because it kind of convolutes things.
It does.
We'll see. But at the same time, I do think Drew McIntyre should be fighting for a championship at WrestleMania. And I actually think that he should be the one to dethrone Ilya Dragunov. I would love to see him beat Ilya Dragunov for that United States Championship. Speaking of Ilya Dragunov is in our next segment going up against Carmelo Hayes in this week's United States Championship Open. Let me tell you guys something. The United States Championship Open consecutively, and everybody that's been watching the show while Fritos is gone, for the past 2.5 months has been the best wrestling on television every week. Best match on television every single week. Hands down. From Sami Zayn's challenges, from gosh, who was champion before Sammy? That Sammy beat. My brain escapes me. Crap. But Ilya, Sammy, and then whoever Sammy beat for the open challenge. Still, like I said, this open challenge has been the best thing on television every single week. The best matches that you get. Oh no, there was no open challenge because he beat Solo for the championship.
That's right.
He did start it. Okay. Yeah,
and Cena was the first one, and then they kept running it back. Yes, that's right.
Yep. So Ilya Dragunov this week goes up against Carmelo Hayes. So you already know this match was a banger. Banger alert. Banger alert. All right. So Dragunov's run for the open challenges for the United States Championship continued this week when he put his belt on the line against Carmelo Hayes. Most of the people the Mad Dragon has faced in these open challenges have not felt like they had a chance to beat him. Hayes is the first one who has had success over him in the past, so it created more of an interesting dynamic between the two. Hayes, it wasn't intimidated. He was his usual cocky self, which is exactly what he needed to be for this to be as good as it was. They didn't hold back, and they got right into the action. The match itself literally was two guys. This is two of NXT's best. They match up well against each other. These are two of the best wrestlers to ever come out of the NXT camp. Like I said, and they had another clash that was just great. Unfortunately for Hayes, Tommaso Ciampa tripped him on the top rope while the ref was distracted, allowing the champion to hit his finisher to retain the title. Once Dragunov found out what happened, he had a crazed look in his eye. He's definitely going to take his anger out on Ciampa when they finally do meet. The Mad Dragon retains his championship, but did not want to do it this way. He is still a babyface, and he wanted to beat Carmelo Hayes single-handedly on his own without having any type of help. Your thoughts on the match? Your thoughts on Ciampa's involvement?
I love it. I mean, I've been saying this. Carmelo, he is him. He is the future of this company. He should be the one facing Cena at Saturday Night Main Event, but we'll discuss that later on, further down the show, about my takes, what happens with that. But this is just, I love this challenge because it's rising up the whole, everyone that's stuck in the middle a bit, stuck in the mud, and it's showcasing everyone's talents. We knew Dragunov was a freak in the ring. There's been reports of people in the back saying they're afraid to do these challenges, of his crazy training, one finger push-ups, Goku, Vegeta, anime style training. So I love it. And you got someone who's a freak athlete, who is a former first-round pick for SmackDown. I think we keep forgetting that when they did that draft, that he's so talented that he was a first-round pick coming out of NXT, just to showcase him. It sucks that Carmelo kind of got the short end of the stick, but I think they're building something great for him. What was it that I can't remember the saying, but who said it? It doesn't matter your losses. It's just how you come up from that. It's just a Rocky moment. So I think we're eventually going to get that Rocky moment for Carmelo. And for Tommaso Ciampa, another fantastic guy that was a killer in NXT. I love this new take that we're getting from him, that where he's just gold hungry. At this point, I expect we're getting a DIY breakup very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we got some of the most, historical matches from Tommaso, just when he was going against Johnny Wrestling and all that, and just his crazy outlook. So I'm excited to see what happens with Tommaso. I don't think he's going to be the one to pull the trigger and take that gold, but it's definitely going to lead to that DIY breakup.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it will be great, even better, if they're going to do that style of it. I will be great if Johnny Gargano is actually the one that actually wins the United States Championship. Like it's like it's like an open challenge, or like a fatal 4-way or something like that. And while Ciampa looks like he's about to finally win the belt, then Gargano slides in and takes the win from him, and they shake hands, and he pretends like it's all cool. And then as soon as Johnny turns his back to go to the ropes, Tommaso Ciampa just takes him out. I think that would be amazing. I think it'd be a great storyline starter for those two to fight over the United States Championship and have probably some of their best matches for that belt. Triple H wants to get those two guys in the ring at WrestleMania for a match. Like, and I know a lot of people are looking and they're talking. They're like, Mike, Virgil, you've been mentioning WrestleMania for the past month. Why you mention WrestleMania so much? And I'm like, you guys don't realize right now is where they're booking and setting the plans for Mania. Who's winning the Royal Rumble? Who's winning the Elimination Chamber? What's going to happen in the time in between that? All of that planning, booking is happening right now. It's probably been finalized by now, a lot of those matches, or at least the main event winners. I mean, because they have to have the Royal Rumble winner set, which is weird, Fritos. We're at a point now where we won't have another PLE until the end of January, which is the Royal Rumble. There's not another PLE.
The dead period of wrestling right now.
Yeah.
Holiday season gives and it takes. And it's taking Cena and PLEs away from us.
Yep. Same thing. It's terrible, man. Terrible. Okay. So next up after that, we have Alexa Bliss versus Kairi Sane. So Bliss battles Sane in the second match on this week's show. These two have been feuding over the tag titles and fought in the War Games match last weekend, so they have no shortage of animosity. This was a back-and-forth match, but Sane may have had a little more offense than Bliss. Flair and Asuka cheered on their respective partners as the goddess began making a comeback. The Queen and the Empress got into it at ringside while Sane set Bliss up for her insane elbow. Bliss popped up and grabbed her to hit Sister Abigail out of nowhere. I love. I have to stop for 2 seconds right there and just tell you, I love that she has traits of Bray Wyatt still in her. Like you just see her face sometimes just go, like how her face, like she could be like Lexi and be cool. And then it just, and like she is able to change her face and she's able to go from that to like who she was when she was Bray Wyatt's like partner in crime. And like she kept traits of Bray with her. She still has ties, I feel like, with the Wyatt Sicks, and like her face, like I said, with her makeup and everything like that, like she totally dropped the whole cheerleader gimmick that she was originally, and this is way better. I like how it's like a hybrid mix of the two.
Yeah, I love the match. I love this feud that we got going on. I think the Kabuki Warriors are going to still retain the women's tag title.
Okay.
Ultimately, what I think they're going to do is a Rhea Io tag team championship eventually down, because they're kind of in no man's land right now.
Yeah.
You've mentioned before, Rhea doesn't need the any of the main event titles right now.
Right.
Honestly, she doesn't need any of the mid card titles either.
Right.
Same thing with Io. So might as well just throw in the tag division, because I don't want to say the women's tag division's lacking, but
Right.
it's definitely would add some spice to it for sure.
Yeah.
But Alexa, I love it. I love how you say she brings out the inner Bray. Nah, she gets possessed by Bray in those moments right there. But I love everything about it.
I like it too. All right, so next up, we had Jade Cargill versus Alba Fire. Jade Cargill, the women's WWE champion, has been on a run, and her run isn't necessarily with fighting anybody in particular for that WWE Women's Championship. It feels like she's actually been fighting or wanting to fight, or they're trying to build up a title for title with her and Chelsea Green, which coincidentally enough, I feel like they're going to put Chelsea Green over. I feel like some way, somehow, Chelsea Green's going to stumble her way into the WWE Women's Championship. And it's going to be hilarious how she does it. And she probably only have a quick WWE Championship run, but just to get that tag and say, I was WWE champion. And I mean, like I said, she is what you want your women's division to be. Somebody who's giving. Because the more that she gives, the more Triple H wants to give her. So, like I said, she never turns anything down. If they want to make her the laughing stock, if they want to throw trash on her, if they want to make her be Meechin's little biatch, whatever the case may be, she'll do all of that. But then she'll turn around and she will be she's somebody that can go one-on-one with Penta and make it a believable match. So at the end of the day, when you look at somebody like her, you say all the things that she brings to the table. I would not be mad if she beat Jade Cargill for the women's championship, especially if you're going to turn around and have Tiffany kind of reclaim it back at Mania. Or if you're going to bring back Bianca Belair finally, and she's going to win the Royal Rumble, and she's going to go to Mania and win that WWE Women's Championship. So either way, I'm not mad about it. But I almost would rather see Bianca go up against Stephanie Vaquer versus going up against Jade. Yeah, that's a lie. I'm lying.
Yeah, come on, take that.
Yeah, I'm lying. I'm sorry. No, Jade versus Bianca Belair is a big money match. But anyways, this match was short as hell. And Jade Cargill defeated Alba Fire. Jade still isn't getting enough heat. She should either be the most beloved or hated person on the roster, but she doesn't feel like either right now. They are just struggling to find their way with Jade. I mean, she's a badass and we all know it, but we need to either do something dastardly to make us all hate her, like go to Bianca Belair's house and beat her ass or something like that. Or like, but then again, I don't even know if that would mess things up. I mean, she had to pull a Snitsky and go punt Naomi and Jimmy Uso's baby or something like that. She has to do something to be dastardly, or she got to do something to make us really like her. I mean, she took the belt off Tiffany, and we were all grateful for that because that Tiffany run was rough. But outside of that, I mean, she hasn't done much since. And I mean, right now, I'm gunning for Chelsea Green to take the title off of her. I think I would like that.
Yeah. So with the Chelsea part, I would love it for her to get, the women's belt. I want her to get almost every title possible, and just if we could bring back Matt Cardona for like a segment and be like, I've got more belts than you now. I think that'd be hysterical just for comedy. I know they won't bring him back. It was just a one-time deal, especially now with the whole TNA AMC partnership. And I heard rumors going around WWE is going to probably end that partnership. But yeah, Chelsea is that go-to worker, that person that will do triple things and becomes Mr. Reliable at the job. We all know that person. That's probably half of us in this whole world, where you're the reliable person the manager always turns to you. That's what
Sure.
Chelsea is. And I love it. And the fact that Triple H is, actually rewarding her, unlike most of our bosses anyways, is going to reward her and giving her these
A little
shots.
personal there, Fritos. It's
A
personal.
little bit. But the fact that they're rewarding her with the 2 titles right now, and eventually, hopefully, the women's championship, I would love it. Jade, because she cut a promo afterwards backstage with I can't think of her name right now. Michin and what's her BFAB. There we go. I was losing it. And to me, it sounds like she felt like she was disrespected in AEW, because I got that little hint from there that she said in all the other companies, and getting disrespected here.
Right.
So there's supposed to be a match next week with Michin. I think that's where we're going to see this devious side. I think instead of a squash match like with Alba, it's her going to dominate and see something devious that's going to happen. Either it's going to be another squash match, or post that, she's going to just unload everything on Michin and BFAB and make it look bloody and terrible. I think right now, post the whole Naomi storyline, post Tiffany and all that, she feels like she's getting screwed over, and she's trying to assert her dominance, and no one's respecting her. So I kind of like the storyline, but I would love, like you said, Chelsea to somehow sneak her way into it. If Jade still retains, I'm fine with that. Then you bring in Bianca for WrestleMania, and she's your superhero. She's your face. Even though I would love a heel Bianca, I think we're not going to see that for another couple, maybe 2 or 3 years.
Right.
But that's what I think that ultimate setup's going to be. It's going to be Jade's going to just annihilate the middle card, maybe touch a little bit that top card for the women's division, but then Bianca's going to be your savior in that situation.
I like that. All right, moving right along, guys, to the last and final match of the night, our main event of the evening. Wait, hold. You got a Zen in right now?
Oh, I always do.
Oh my gosh, guys, he's back. Fritos is fucking back. Let's go, baby. My man popped this in for us. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last and final match of the night, Gunther versus LA Knight in the last time is now tournament. This is the finals of the tournament. Your 2 finalists, LA Knight and Gunther. Before that, though, Solo Sikoa and the MFTs gave a promo focusing on the Wyatt Sicks. Like I said, Solo hit some pretty hard shots at Bo Dallas. Mentioned obviously that he was going to take every single thing away from him. Everything that Bray left him, he's going to take it from him, and he's going to do it because he can. And he's going to say that he's not worthy of having the last name Wyatt. He took a couple of more different shots at him. Next thing you know, the lights go dark, and you come back on, and just inside of the ring is Uncle Howdy, looking straight into the face of Solo Sikoa, with either sides of their team standing on either sides of the ring, and then mass chaos breaks out as they end up going head to head, face to face, team for team. You got everybody jumping on everybody, beating up everybody. It ends with Tala Tonga and Eric Rowan being in the ring together. The last 2 with Eric Rowan getting the better of Tala Tonga at that conjunction and kicking him out of the ring. And then, like I said, Uncle Howdy holding on to Eric Rowan and keeping him from going out after him. I pitched one thing in our group chat. This could end up signaling the return of Braun Strowman also, because technically the Wyatt Sicks are down one guy compared to the MFTs, because they have Nikki Cross, like I said, but she can't fight a dude, like I said, even though she did jump on the back of JC Mateo and was like trying to wrench his eyes out. But like I said, you still need another guy. So like I said, if you bring somebody like Braun Strowman back to join the Wyatt Sicks, I think that will get a big pop. And then, like I said, the match would be set. The 5-on-5 contest would be set from there. So that's my idea. What were your thoughts on this segment and what Solo had to say?
I love it. I love how devious he is in that. I love how he also brought up Bolieve too. I thought that was just more of a kicking the nuts
Yeah.
into everything. But I do love the setup, and I do love the fact that you brought up the idea or pitched the idea about Braun coming back, because right now with his food eating show that he's got on, it's beating out NXT numbers and it's beating out AEW numbers. I can't remember if it's a Saturday or Wednesday show that I saw the report on, but his show is doing good. When I'm in the gym walking, I'm like, damn, it's on right now. Okay.
Right.
And it's honestly, it's making me a little hungry every time I'm in the gym. Like, God, I need to burn this weight off. I don't
Right.
want this dad bod. I need to start. Come on. Damn you, Braun. But I believe with how he got cut, the departure, I think there were some interviews and stuff like that. He said it was a clean breakup, no harm, no foul. But
Right.
he mentioned that in there that there was leeway to bring him back in, maybe for a storyline or two. And I think this is the perfect way to bring him in for a storyline. I don't know. I know they do like year contracts or 2 or 3 years. Bring him in for a month contract if you can. I mean, he's got the
deal. Set him a set amount of dates he can make.
Exactly. If it's money, I'm sure he's fine with money right now. He's got that eating show, and guess what? I'm sure season 2 is going to be around the corner. So you might as well just book him for 2 or 3 months, or just do whatever he can do in the ring. Especially since
a big meaty man eating meaty meals. Imagine that.
The fact that he's got a calorie count and showing all that, and he's got still a great physique.
Yeah.
Screw you, Braun. All right.
That's good genetics right there.
It's great genetics, but screw you. It's not fair.
Yep,
You can't be that tall. You can't be good in the ring and just do that. But I would love it too if they brought back the black sheep mask too.
Absolutely.
Or a new variation of it. Oh, so sadistic.
Absolutely. I also wouldn't mind if like I said, if Solo ends up making Nia Jax a MFT also.
Ooh. I would
like
love
I said,
that.
to take out Nikki Cross. Like I said, I mean, to me, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Either that, or you go back in history and you go get
oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of it. Tamina.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And bring her to fight with the MFTs.
Well, here's the deal with the whole bloodline storyline. Nia Jax is the only one that's she's more directly related to The Rock and all that, and that's kind of just how they all did the whole bloodline. She's still on that family tree. She's the only one that they have not brought in to the storyline somehow.
Yeah.
And I think this would be the only chance you could bring her in for the storyline. You could kick out JC for this match. You could write him off quickly, be like, "Oh, he got attacked backstage," then bring in Nia.
No. JC Mateo got beat up backstage. We don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. That's hilarious. All right, so let's get to the main event. All right, so the main event was Gunther versus LA Knight, and to see who will be John Cena's final opponent. So Knight surprised Gunther and got the upper hand early, sending the ring general out of the ring. As the match progressed, it became an even fight, with both men getting in a lot of their offense. They had about the last 20 minutes of the show to work, so they had enough time to do a lot of stuff while still taking time to sell. This is one of Knight's best matches in quite some time, and another in a long line of great Gunther performances. Even though the result felt predictable, because a lot of people had already said Gunther was going to be John Cena's final opponent, Knight still had multiple kickouts and multiple opportunities where it looked like he was getting ready to get the upper hand. He even hit an attitude adjustment on Gunther, but only for a 2 count. This was by far the best match in the tournament, which is exactly how it should have been. But at the end, LA Knight did end up tapping out to some type of crazy submission hold that Gunther put him in. Was it like, it was almost like a STFU, almost like a hybrid version of the
face cross deal.
So, like I said, it was but that was the ending of the finals of the My Time Is Now tournament, and it will officially in 1 week be Gunther versus John Cena for the final time. And Fritos, reaction to you. How are you feeling about this choice and this decision?
In the words of Josh Peck from the clip that I always see after bad booking, we fucking hate you, Triple H. Fuck you, Nick Khan. Fuck you, Paul Heyman. Fuck you, Abyss. Fuck you, Bobby Roode. Fuck you, that weird looking white dude that in the back that said Jay should win the Royal Rumble. I can't think of your name, but fuck you. Fuck you, green shirt guy. Don't fuck you, Stu. We still love you, Stu.
Still love Stu.
But fuck everyone else.
Stu should retire with John Cena.
He should. It's the right thing to do. Watch Gunther take him out.
Yeah,
I can see that now. But fuck everyone in creative. Here's the deal. We've talked about this in the group chat as I did my rant. Gunther retired Goldberg. Granted, was it that great? No, it's Goldberg. Who gives a shit? But he retired a legend in the business, if you will. Gunther has mentioned his dream match is against Brock Lesnar. Guess who's back? Brock. He could retire Brock in 2-3 years or whenever his body, finally caves in from all the steroids and all the protein attacking his liver and kidneys and whatever. There's no need for Gunther to retire Cena. There's no need. The one that needed this the most, the way you've played out this tournament, is LA Knight. Triple H, you said it your best. Good things come to those who are patient. Knight has been on the back burner for so goddamn long, but he is over no matter what. They have the Richter meter or whatever, the sound meter, and he's always one of the loudest pops other than Rhea, other than Cody, other than Roman. He is one of your top guys, and you are disrespecting him in and day out. This is grade A fucking bullshit. Fuck you guys. It should have been Knight. And they had that moment too where Knight and Cena, I can't remember. I think it was last year or the year before.
Yeah.
And Knight got a little mouthy to Cena.
Yeah.
There's a storyline.
He was the ref for Cena's match.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No.
For Knight's match.
Cena was the ref for Knight's match. Yep.
And you have a storyline there that you could play off of right there. You have probably you have 1 week before this. You could have done video packages dating back how it's all started back from that match. And you're just throwing it away. It's bad creative. It's bad writing. Gunther does not need this. He's been on top of the game. If you're not going to throw a fucking high card title on Knight, you at least give him this. He is the next one up that's great on the mic. I wouldn't say Cena levels, but he's still great on the mic. Maybe a little bit below that, where he's going to keep that crowd entertained. He's going to draw in butts into seats. If you tell me right now, if you saw a main event, who would you rather see, Gunther or LA Knight?
Well, that leads me to my point. Unless Cena is booked to win that last match, you do not want Cena to beat LA Knight. You don't.
Fair.
You don't want that, because you don't want Cena to get booed out of the building his last night.
Fair.
And for him to be Super Cena his last night. You want him to be the underdog in that match. And right now, compared to Gunther, he's the underdog. And I think Gunther is going to put John Cena over in John Cena's last match. That's why LA Knight lost. Now, again, I'm wearing my LA Knight shirt. And if LA Knight and if Gunther wins, everything I said goes out the window, and I'm right there with you on the picket lines. However, if what I perceive to be right is what's actually going to happen, it makes more sense for Gunther to be the last one, because I think Gunther is going to beat the holy hell out of John Cena. And I think John Cena is going to go out on top, winning his last and final match. I do not think Gunther is going to win that match. And again, John Cena has said all along, WWE has done the booking and creative. He's done what he's been told. John Cena wanted to do a year-long tour, 200 plus dates next year as a retirement tour. WWE said they only wanted him for 36 dates. So listen, that's kind of where we're at with things now. John Cena was willing to clear his schedule. Unlike The Rock, John Cena was willing to clear his schedule, not do any movies, not do anything, be strictly WWE, and do a year-long celebration of John Cena, where he's in every town, where he's at every show, where he's wrestling every night. And he wanted to do one more full year of that. WWE said no to that. Said, nah, John, we want 36 dates. And we'll retire you, put your jersey up in the rafters. You'll probably headline main event for the for the Hall of Fame next year back in Las Vegas, and we'll say our goodbyes. You will be a movie star, you could be an ambassador for WWE, whatever, but we don't want you for 200 plus dates, even though you're going to tear the house down and sell the house every place you go.
So let me get this straight.
Yes.
John Cena offered to work 200 plus dates.
Yes.
And you said no, only 36.
Yes.
And you're charging literally an arm and a leg for every goddamn seat live show.
Yes.
And you guys keep complaining, oh, we have to keep raising the prices because TKO is broke, and yet Cena's going to draw in the crowd and not get free money, essentially.
Pretty much.
You guys are fucking idiots. No wonder that business is so failing. I hope TKO, I hope you go under so fucking bad, and that you have to sell WWE for nickels and dimes, and I'm going to come in, swoop in with what little money I have, and I'm going to buy it out and turn it into something great.
Something great that you guys can enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
You can enjoy it.
Oh, if I see someone that works at TKO buying a ticket, triple the price for you guys. Quadruple.
All right,
20 grand for a ticket. Sorry.
So you're fine. You're fine, Fritos. It's your show, Fritos. I was just like I said. I'm just happy to have you back, guys. Listen, Fritos, the man, the myth, the legend, coming back, gracing us with his presence to let us know. Fuck TKO for not letting LA Knight win this. Our good friend Tank has a theory also, but I'll save that for the Sunday show. So you might want to tune into the Sunday show because I'm sure Tank will let us know his theory then when everybody wants to get on and bitch and moan about Gunther being the one to face John Cena in the final match. So very, very, very interested in that. Thank you all of you for watching, for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Fritos, let's do this again.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, until Sunday, appreciate you guys. Make sure that you guys keep those booking pencils sharp. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments and thoughts below. Until next time, keep your booking pencils sharp. Keep on booking.